Hey everybody, TJ here. I have a really cool video lined up for today. So what I have in the room, you'll notice it seems to be a bit of a Strat day. What I have are three Fender Stratocasters. I have an early 2000s custom shop 1960 reissue. Cool guitar, really cool guitar. I also have a very real 1970 Strat, over 50 years old. And then I also have a very real, all original, holy grail 1962 Fender Stratocaster. So I want to take a look at the specs, I want to measure some of the pickup differences, I want to give them a listen, and then I want you guys to chime in. Maybe there were some surprises that you guys found in the sound clips, maybe you like the newer one better than the older one, but I think it's going to be really interesting. So grab a coffee, hang out with me for the next few minutes, and let's take a look at these cool guitars. All right, let's do a quick spec check on the three guitars, right? This is a 2007 Fender Custom Shop guitar. It is a 1960 reissue. It's a blue Daphne finish. It's got a custom shop relic finish to it. Very cool. It's a cool looking relic guitar. Not too heavy, not too light. Speaking of light, actually weight-wise, this is 7 pounds, 12 ounces, just over 7.5 pounds. It's got Fender Custom Shop pickups in it. Interestingly, I had to replace the harness in this one because the pots failed. They were CTS pots, but they failed on me. It's interesting because it's the youngest guitar and it's the only one where the pots failed. So it's got a 5-way switch, 7.25 radius on the fretboard, somewhat vintage appropriate frets. They're not medium jumbos, but they're also not really, really low frets. It's got a rosewood slab fingerboard, vintage tuners, small style headstock. And I think that about covers the Fender Custom Shop. Let's talk about the 1970. Okay, 1970 Stratocaster, 53 years young, in sunburst. Obviously, this guitar has original 1970 pickups in it. It almost looks brand new, honestly, regardless of how many gigs this goes out for. It never really comes back with any sort of relicking, which is interesting for the folks that relic guitars. It has all original electronics with the exception of I put a 5-way switch in. That was for functionality, so I didn't have to try to jam the middle positions in there, because this is pretty much my gigging guitar. It's got a 7.25 radius. I've had this refretted with modern fret wires, the equivalent of medium jumbo. It's got the 1970 larger headstock. It still has the vintage slotted tuner style, tuning peg style. Really, really cool guitar. Weighs under 7.5 pounds. So this guy weighs like 7 pounds, 6 ounces. It's right around there. But again, very, very cool guitar. Really awesome Strat. And now, the Strat you've all been waiting for. A Fender 1962 Stratocaster. All original here. This guitar has had a life. Let me check out the front of that. Even cooler. Check out the back of that. Really, really cool guitar. This one is just over, it's like 7.5 pounds as well. Really awesome guitar. Obviously 7.25 radius fretboard. The 1970 and this one actually have the rosewood laminate style fretboard. It's got the smaller headstock shape, just like a 62 would. It's got the vintage tuners. Everything on this guitar is all original. It even has the 3-way switch, which is a little sticky, but at the same time, if you're looking for the middle position sound, it works to your advantage. This is a very, very awesome guitar. So what's the most similar and what's the most different between the three? They're actually all quite light. They're all less than 8 pounds by a long shot. 7 pounds, 12 ounces might be the heaviest Strat, and that's the Custom Shop. The 62 and the Custom Shop have the most similar neck profile. The 1970 is a little bit chunkier, and it's a little bit more glossy than satin finish, and the Custom Shop and the 62 are very satin finish. In fact, the 62 is just worn, basically, to complete satin finish on the back of the neck. What we have fretboard-wise, the 62 and the 70 are laminate. And then on the 60 reissue is a rosewood slab board. So that's pretty interesting, and maybe that'll attribute to some tone differences. Other than that, they're 3 really awesome Strats. So let's hear how they sound. Well, to recap, I don't know if there's a better or worse. I think everything sounded really awesome. Could you tell a difference in the sound? I'd be really interested if you guys could hear a difference in the sound quality, which you liked better. Drop some comments in the comments section because I'd love to hear from you in terms of what you think sounded the best. I think the 62 had its place, and if I was going to record a guitar, I'd want the 62 all day because it's got some air that the other guitars don't. And it kind of steps down. It's like most organic air, feel, and sound out of the 62, a little bit less out of that 1970, and then a little bit less out of that custom shop. The custom shop actually feels like if I had a compressor on the 62, like a studio track after mixing with the 62. It's pretty interesting. But they both felt great. In fact, all three guitars were awesome. If I needed a guitar to play live and cut through the mix, I think it would be my 1970 all day long because that thing's got enough treble to stand out almost anywhere, and it still sounds like an awesome Strat. So I had a ton of fun in this video. It was really interesting to see the pickup differences. There were some subtleties there. The feel, the sound that you guys heard, it was really cool to listen back to it. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. There's a ton more content coming out that I can't wait to make. I can't wait to get out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.